Hello everyone, Joel Wright here from Devon Dice, joining me on this review. He beat me to it this time. No waiting around for that one. He's just in there like a shot in the dark. Right, so today we're reviewing a cool game. What's it called?
Spaghetti!
Spaghetti! Everyone loves spaghetti, don't they?
But not Caitlin.
Not Caitlin.
Yeah, she didn't like it.
Right. So this is from Granna Games.
And it is 2 to 4 players. That means I can play and Caitlin.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So 6 years plus, 2 to 4 players, plays in about 30 minutes. This was supplied to us by Cool Springs by the lovely Hannah. We actually picked this up last UK Games Expo and only just getting around to reviewing it. So, shall we have a look how to play spaghetti?
Yeah.
And then come back with our thoughts?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, so we're going to talk about how to play spaghetti. So here we have a basic starter game set up in front of you. You got the plate, just a cardboard plate. You got 4 types of spaghetti all mixed in, and you got 3 meatballs set up, and then you got a timer. So on a player's turn, the time will be passed to the player next to them. They will start the timer, and then on the player's turn, they have to, with one hand and only at one point of spaghetti, pull spaghetti from the mixed up burden of spaghetti and pull it out. Now, like here, this point here, this spaghetti is now touching the tablecloth. That's called staining. So that would be my turn finished, and player will pass the next one. Also, like just then, if a meatball rolls off and touches the tablecloth, that's the turn ending as well for the player. Or if the timer runs out, then the time ends. If they're in the middle of pulling out a spaghetti when the time runs out, they have to leave it for the next player. If a meatball does start rolling off, they're allowed to stop it by grabbing it midpoint. Now, you can only grab a meatball if it's not touching any spaghetti or noodles, should I say. So if it's like that, I could grab that quite easily. I can, if a meatball is rolling off, I can stop it rolling off the table with the spaghetti I'm using, like so, and carry on with the game. That's quite a cool thing. If you can see that happening, you can try and catch it midpoint to stop it rolling onto the table. And so you keep playing, taking spaghetti from the pile, a bit like, oh, that's a double fail. Bit like you're playing that game. Everyone has one of these drawers in their house where it's full of cables for mobile phone charging cables, or cables for the iPad or games console, and they all go in one drawer, and you mix it all up, and then you play that game of trying to untangle it and get the right cable you want. It's like that game. Or another thing, it's like pickup sticks with shoelaces, basically. So that's the basic game. The game will end when there's nothing left on the plate, and you basically score up. Yellows are 1 point, reds are 2 points, greens are 3 points, and the blacks are 4 points. Meatballs, when you collect meatballs, are only 1 point. So that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 again for the meatball. So you score up, that's your score. Now to make it harder, they have a smaller plate. They have a smaller bait. If I show you the difference, it's about 20% smaller, probably. And the same thing applies. You can just have that on top of that. So it's a less place to work with, making it a little bit more difficult. You can also add a fourth meatball to it, just making it a lot more difficult for that. Or you could just have 4 meatballs on a big plate, like so. Or if you really want to add a bit more depth to it, you can have these recipe tokens, which basically, if you can grab the ingredients dictated on it, so in my turn I can grab 3 yellows and a green in one turn, I can grab this token and score myself an extra 3 points at the end of it. The one with meatballs on it, so if I can grab 2 reds and a meatball, I can, on my turn, I can grab that token and add 3 points to it. They're all different. 1 black, lace, and a meatball, 3 points. And they've all got names to it: ragu, carbonara, prosciutto verde. So yeah, to claim the token, the player needs to claim the ingredients indicated, and to help to know what you do need, it's the colours on the side of the right hand side to help describe it, like even the meatball. So you can look at that. You need 2 red and a meatball to claim that. You can only claim 1 recipe token a turn, and you must collect the ingredients in a separate pile next to you to help indicate that that's what you've been collecting for that turn. So you would shuffle these up at the beginning of the game, pick 6 of them, and those 6 are the ones that are going to be used in the game. And then on your turn, if you can grab all the ingredients, like here, I've grabbed 2 reds and a meatball in my turn, and it helps to show it there. It's going off the side of the right of the token. 2 meatballs, 1 meatball and 2 red noodles, and I score myself an extra 3 points. And I put that with the stuff I collected, just to help to show that's what I collected it for. I can only have 1 token per turn, so I couldn't go for this one next in the same turn and try and grab a yellow out of it and claim that with that. Okay, they have to be separate entities on their own. And I believe that's how you play spaghetti. Okay, so that's how you play spaghetti. I saw this being played at a gaming's weekend at Bacon, and I was like a bit intrigued by it then, and then didn't come across it until we were at UK Games Expo, did we? Where we sat down. It was one of the first games we played, wasn't it? We sat down and just taught the game ourselves and played it, and had a great time playing it. It is a simple version of pick up sticks. It's using shoelaces instead of sticks, and you've got the ping pong balls, meatballs on top. Just add a bit of an obstacle, bit more difficulty to it. Do you like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really like this, don't you? You keep pulling it out to play, even if it's just the 2 of us, 3 of us, 4 of us. Yeah, you like playing it.
All 5 of us.
All 5 of us.
Or 6 of us if there's family over.
Yeah, well, I don't know if 6 of us can play it, really, can they?
Well, if there's like 5 of us, because if one of mine and Kitten's friends are over.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, it's not truly restricted to 4 players. You could play more. It's just going to be a lot of downtime between that. It's one of those games you can chance your luck and try for a big lace, like a black one. Yeah, see, or they fail. And or you just go for the simple ones, which the yellow laces, which are short. They come out quicker.
And then...
look at him go. Oh, that's a fail. Yeah. That's a fail. Right, so I do like the fact that they add difficulties in with a smaller plate, or you add an extra meatball, or I do like the fact that then they can up the ante a bit by adding in these recipe tokens to make a bit more of a challenge to earn more points throughout the game, don't they? Yeah, you've got quite a lot there, haven't you?
I got black and it didn't even roll off.
No.
I didn't even roll off.
So, all in all, it's a great little game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we really enjoyed playing this. Having fun now, aren't you? Yeah, we enjoy playing this all the time. It does get to a point where it gets to the end. There's only a few laces left, or spaghetti, I should say, and the meatballs, and you kind of can see that the next person's going to have a good time and probably clear the plate. Oh dear. Clear the plate and finish off the game. So, but it doesn't matter. It probably plays quicker than 30 minutes. You could probably play this in about 15, 20 minutes. But other than that,
yay!
Great little game that stays in the collection, as I said, and it comes out all the time, doesn't it?
Got all of them!
Oh, you win. So, big thumbs up. Like it? Out of 5?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it another 5?
Yeah. What about you?
For a kids game, yes. It's a good 5.
5.
Yeah, family game, it's a good 4. Even gamers would like this because there's a bit of a challenge to it. So,
why are the laces not real?
This is the design.
Why couldn't we put real spaghetti on it?
Do love the front box cover on this. Really,
yeah, I love it.
States it. It gives that kind of classic Hasbro kind of.
Well, yeah, but what are they shoelaces?
No, that's kind of real spaghetti. It kind of gives it that kind of classic Hasbro gaming look of a family around a table playing the game, but they've just done it kind of Pixar style, haven't they? So I do love the front box artwork, and do like this game, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, simple, fun, effective. Yeah, makes for a great family game. So that was spaghetti.
I do know.
So that was spaghetti. I've been Joel Wright.
Isaac.
And that's been Isaac. And this has been a review of spaghetti.
Spaghetti in the belly.
Spaghetti in your belly.
Oh yeah.